Hello friends, and we continue to study noun clauses, and here we have an exercise, and it says use think so, believe so if you are not sure, but if you are sure, just use yes or no. There is an example in here. Does this book have more than 500 pages? If I am not sure, and I say I think so, or I believe so, because I'm not sure. If I am sure, or I say yes, it does. But if I'm not sure, again in here, I don't think so, or I don't believe so, because either positive or negative, and I use this if I'm not sure. If I'm sure, yes, it does, or no, it doesn't. This is a clear answer. Now look at the rest of the sentences and then make noun clauses using so or just short answer, either negative or positive, but it's up to you. Just try to make both. Yani hem olumlu hem olumsuz yapmaya bakın. Yani hem eminmiş gibi düşünün hem de değilmiş gibi. But first pause the video please. Number one, are we going to have a grammar quiz tomorrow? I don't think so. Like this. Or yes, we are. For instance. Yani ben bunlar tabii sözlü söylüyorum. Siz kendinize göre. Do spiders have noses? I believe so. Or yes, they do. Do spiders have eyes? I'm sure about this. Yes, they do. Bunda eminim. Ama şunda tam emin değilim. Is there a fire extinguisher in this building? I don't think so. Sanmıyorum. Is Toronto farther north than New York City? Yes, it is. Yes, I'm sure about this. Bunda eminim. Does the word patient have more than one meaning? I believe so. Don't look at your watch. Is it supply time yet? I don't think so. Is next Tuesday the supply? Is next Tuesday the supply date? I don't think so. Does the word doesn't have more than one meaning? Yes, it does. Is your left foot bigger than your right foot? I don't think so. Do gorillas eat meat? Eat meat? No, they don't. Is Bangkok farther from the equator than Mexico City? I think so. Can I buy a window fan at Carrefour? The name of a store. I believe so. Do any English words begin with the letter X? I believe so. Do you know what a noun clause is? Yes, I do. Is Joel getting married soon? I believe so. Now the quoted speech. What is quoted speech? Quoted speech, I mean when we write or say a speaker's exact words, then we use quotation marks. The quotation marks, look at this, and these are called quotation marks. Most times we use quotations in newspaper articles, stories, novels, academic papers, and something like that. Yani söyleyenin sözünü olduğu gibi aktarma. Yani biz bir değişiklik yapmadan söylüyorsak, işte burada quotation mark dediğimiz bu işareti kullanarak onun sözlerini bu arada söylememiz gerekiyor. For instance, şimdi bir örneklere bir bakalım. Daha iyi anlamaya çalışalım. Jane says, cats are fun to watch. Mike says, or Mike is speaking, yes, I agree. They are graceful and playful. Do you own a cat? Now, how to write quotations? Şimdi bunları nasıl tabii aktaracağız? First, if we use set, we add a comma after the set. And then quotation marks. And then write the quotations, whatever they say. And at the end, final period. And look at this. And Mike, he says here, yes, I agree. They are graceful and playful. Now, if I want to use the quoted speech, Mike said, Mike'ın işte böyle dedi derken, Mike said, koma, virgül, quotation mark, açıyorum. Yes, I agree. They are graceful and playful. Do you own a cat? Question mark or period varsa direkt nokta, değilse artık soru cümlesi ise soru cümlesi, or exclamation mark and then quotation. Dikkat edin. Yani bu şu demek. Mike'ın sözünü ben burada olduğu gibi aktarıyorum. Hiçbir değişiklik yapmadan. Şimdi şöyle dersem, if I say something like this, Mike said, comma, quotation. Yes, I agree, quotation. Then another quotation. Then another quotation. This is not correct because here I need to use all these in one quotation. Hepsini bunların sadece bir quotation içerisinde kullanmam gerekiyor. Yani her bir cümleyi ayrı ayrı quotation'da kullanmak doğru değil. Cats are fun to watch. Quotation. Quotation. Jane said. This is also true. Do you own a cat? Quotation, quotation. Mike said. Sadece bunu aktarıyorsanız o zaman quotation içerisinde. Yani bu Mike'ın direkt sözü, hiçbir değişiklik yapmadan söylüyoruz. Yani Jane said, comma, cats are fun to watch. Wait a second, I also made a mistake in here. It should be like this. Jane said, comma, quotation, cats are fun to watch, period, quotation. Gördüğünüz gibi. Hiçbir değişiklik yapmadan direkt nasıl söylemişse cümleyi olduğu gibi aktarıyorum. Şimdi burada direkt yani Jane is speaking in here, but in here I quoted. Yani söylediğini nasıl söylüyorum? İşte Mike said or Jane said in here, comma, quotation, cats are fun to watch, period, quotation. Gördüğünüz gibi yani quoted speech dediği direct speech, yani doğrudan nasıl söylemişse konuşan onu olduğu gibi aktarıyorum. Now for quoted speech or direct speech we use a verb, I mean here said. But there are some other verbs that we can use to quote something. Yani quote dediğim birinin sözünü olduğu gibi aktarma anlamında. Those verbs are admit, yani itiraf etme, announced, anons etme, answer, cevaplama, ask, complain, şikayet etme, explain, açıklama, inquire, araştırma, report, rapor etme, reply, cevaplama, shout, bağırma, state, ifade etme, write, yazma. Bunları dediğim gibi daha çok işte haberlerde, akademik çalışmalarda, romanlarda, hikayelerde falan göreceğiz geldiği zaman. Now here we have a small exercise, quoted speech. Write the sentences in which you quote the speaker's exact words. Yani konuşanın kelimelerini olduğu gibi aktarma. Use said or asked. Ya bunu kullanacağız ya da bu fiili. Punctuate carefully. Punctuate means use comma, quotation mark, or question mark, or period. Yani bu noktalama işaretleri. Number one is done. And my sister is a student. She is speaking. And said, comma, quotation mark, my sister is a student, quotation. Or, my sister is a student, period, quotation, and said, again, period. Now look at the rest of the sentences and then quote them like and said or Maria said. But if you see a question mark, and we need to use asked instead of said. But if we see a statement, then we use the verb said. For questions, we need to use asked. But pause the video first, please. Number two, and asked, because this is just one sentence and question. And asked, comma, quotation, is your brother a student? Question mark, quotation. Maria said, comma, quotation, we are hungry, period, quotation. Böyle olduğu gibi aktarıyoruz. Maria said, comma, quotation, we are hungry, are you hungry too? Question mark, quotation. Maria said, comma, quotation, we are hungry, are you hungry too? Let's eat, period, quotation. JFK said, that means John F. Kennedy, comma, quotation, and the whole sentence, period, quotation. And the Fox said, again, quotation, period, so comma, the Fox said, comma, quotation, and his words, period, quotation. And the rabbit said, again, comma, quotation, you have to catch me first, exclamation mark, quotation. Okay, quoted speech or reported speech. In quoted speech, that means we give a speaker's exact words. Quotation marks are used. But in reported speech, giving the idea of a speaker's words, not all of the exact words are used. Pronouns and verb forms may change. And quotation marks are not used in reported speech. Or this is also direct speech, indirect speech. Buna direct speech de diyebilirsiniz. Bazı gramer kitaplarında öyle göreceksiniz. Or quoted speech, reported speech, indirect speech. Olduğu gibi aktarıyorum. Burada ise ben kendim bir şeyler ekleyerek ve bazı değişiklikler yaparak aktarıyorum. For instance, and said, comma, quotation, I'm hungry. Tom said, again, same, I need my pen. Here I need to use comma, quotation. This is quoted speech. And reported speech. Şimdi rapor verirken, yani ben kendim aktarırken nasıl aktaracağım? And said that she was hungry. Here I don't use quotation mark. So what is the change? Here present past. Because this is past, this is past. But here this is the exact words what and says. Şimdi burada and olduğu gibi söylediği için herhangi bir değişiklik yapmıyorum. Yani and ben açım dedi. Burada ise and aç olduğunu söyledi. Şimdi burada bir değişiklik var. Burası past olunca şu kısım da present past'a gidecek. Tom said I need my pen. Here I don't make any change. This is quoted speech or direct speech. But in reported speech, Tom said that, remember, simple present and should be past. He needed his pen. Çünkü burası bir cümle olduğu için burada fiiller arasında bir uyum olması lazım. Burada ona gerek yok çünkü ben zaten bunu olduğu gibi aktarıyorum burada. Evet, şimdi quoted speech is also called direct speech, reported speech is also called indirect speech. Bunu söylemiş olduk. Now we have an exercise in here, reported speech, and it says change the pronouns from the quoted speech to reported speech. Number 1, Mr. Smith said, I need help with my luggage. This is his exact words. Hiçbir değişiklik yapmadan aldık. In reported speech, Mr. Smith said that he needed. Because here I don't use the quotation mark. Be careful. Needed help with his luggage. Because I turns to he, my turns to his. This is Mr. Smith. This is also Mr. Smith. It's not me. It's not me. Be careful. Now read the sentences and then do the same way. But pause the video first, please. And look at number 5 also, please. Just look at the blanks. And then try to the exercise. Number 2. Mrs. Peacock said that she was going to visit her brother because this is Mrs. Peacock. This is also Mrs. Peacock. Sue and Tom said that they, because this is they in reported speech, didn't like their new apartment. Konuşmada olduğu gibi aktarırsam hiçbir değişiklik yapmıyorum. Yani biz dedi zaten bunlar. Ama ben bunu aktarma yaparken nasıl derim? İşte yine apartmanlarını sevmediklerini söylediler. Onlar. Joe said he would call me. He would call me. Because you means me. Seni dediğine göre bu ben oluyorum. Yani beni. Paul said that he would meet me at my house after he finished his work at house. At his house. Burada bir şu çıkmamıştı. Bunu da bir eklemenizi rica edeceğim. Evet, bunu yaparken yani reported speech'lerde şahısların nasıl dönüştüğünü burada görmüş olduk. Yani I dedi burada zaten kimse. He ise he, she ise she. Now, look at these sentences. Şimdi burada az önce açıklamaya çalıştım. For instance, Anne said, I'm hungry. Dedi derken. Tense, simple past. If I want to report this, and I say, Anne said that she was hungry. But if she says, And if I use the simple present, then here I don't make any change in tense. Yani zamanda bir değişiklik yapmıyorum eğer burası simple present'la başlayacaksa. But if there is, the simple past, the coded part also the verb in simple past as well. Burası da bu sefer geçmişe gidecek. And she said she was hungry. And says, simple present, that she is. Here you see no change because simple present, present. But if I use simple past, so this should be the simple past as well. Buna dikkat edin. And that is here optional. But normally, and in spoken English or daily conversation, people mostly don't use that. They just says and says she is hungry. That's it. Now here we see table, coded speech, reported speech, formal or later reporting, informal or immediate reporting. Bu normal gramer kurallarına göre olması gereken. Bu ise daha çok günlük kullanımda. Hemen insanların daha çok günlük kullanımda kullandığı şekliyle. For instance, he said, I work hard. In informal, he said, he worked hard. Remember, simple present. But here I used simple past, simple past. I'm working hard. He said he was. I worked hard. He said he had worked hard. The past of the simple past, yani bunun bir geçmişine gitmem gerekiyorsa onda işte had worked kullanmam gerekiyor. I have worked hard. This is the same. Again, I use had worked. Formal. Yani bu daha çok yazım ya da gramer kurallarına göre olması gereken bir şey. I'm going to work hard. He said he was, because here present, so this should be was going to work hard. I will work hard. The past form of will, would. Sıkı çalışacağım, sıkı çalışacağını söyledi. Can, the past of can is could. Can'ın bir pastı could'dur. Ancak dediğim gibi in informal or immediate reporting, they don't make any changes here. Like he said, he works hard. But in formal English, it should be he worked. Here should be past. But here you see present. He said he is working hard. See, there is no tense agreement in here, but this is normally daily conversation. He said he worked hard, no change. And he said he has worked hard. He said he's going to work hard. He said he will work hard, or he said he can work hard. And this part is the informal or immediate reporting. This is the formal. By grammatical rules, gramer kurallarına göre olması gereken bu. Bunları aktarırken, yani reported speech'te kullanırken. Ama tabii günlük konuşmada buna pek dikkat etmiyorlar. Bunu söyleyelim. Now we have an exercise for reported speech. It says complete the reported speech sentences but use formal verb forms. Be careful, not informal. Yani gramer kurallarına göre olması gerektiği şekilde bunları aktarmamız gerekiyor. Buna dikkat edin. But first, pause the video and then complete the reported speech here. 1. Sarah said, I need some help. Sarah said that she needed some help. Present should be past. Linda, I'm meeting David for dinner. Linda said that she was meeting David for dinner. And there's double she. It's the mistake. Miss Bell said, I have studied in Cairo. Miss Bell said that she had studied in Cairo. Present perfect should be past perfect. Bill said that he had forgotten to pay his electric bill. Simple past. The past of simple past is past perfect again. Yani bunun bir geçmişi past perfect. Barbara, I'm going to fly to Hawaii for my vacation. Barbara said that she was going to fly. I said, I'll carry the box up the stairs. I said that I would, because will should be would. Carry the box up the stairs. Tevfik said to me, I can teach you to drive. Tevfik said that he could teach me to drive. Now look at this exercise and change the coded speech to reported speech and change the verb in coded speech to a past form in reported speech if possible. Yani zamanların bir geçmişine gideceğiz. Number one is done. Jim said, I am sleepy. Jim said that he was sleepy. Present, past. Now look at the sentences and then do the exercise just by writing them down on a piece of paper. But tell them orally. Ben sözlü olarak bunları söyleyeceğim. Siz ama videoyu durdurun, lütfen yapmaya bakın. 2. Sally said that she didn't like chocolate. She didn't like chocolate. Mary said that she was planning to take a trip with her family. Be careful. Present should be past and the pronoun should be her because this is Mary. Tom said that he had already eaten lunch. He had already eaten lunch. Tom said that he had. Kate said that she had called her doctor. Kate said that she had called her doctor. Mr. Rice said that she was going to go to Chicago. Eric said that he would come to my house at 10. Jane said that she couldn't afford to buy a new car. Anne said that she couldn't afford to buy a new car. Wow, it's the same sentence. Miss Tubb said that she wanted to see me in her office. Be careful. You, me. This is Miss Tubb. In her office after my meeting with my supervisor. Evet, bu alıştırmada böyle. Evet, bu dersi burada bitiriyoruz ama konumuz bitmiyor. So, see you next time.